Human smugglers are apparently turning to social media platforms like Facebook to openly advertise their services. They're trying to connect with migrants who are hoping to seek refuge in the U.S. And at times they're falsely promising a 100% safe journey across the border. NBC News Justice correspondent Julia AINSLEY joins us now with more on her reporting. So, Julia, you did a deep dive here looking into these apparent smugglers' social media posts. What did you find, and how did these groups operate before social media?
Well, the first thing we found was just how prolific it was. I mean, these were very easy to find. There are a lot of pages where these smugglers will just post all sorts of things, whether it's, 100% safe journey, telling people where to meet, giving their contact information, not exactly what you would expect from what we've sort of imagined to be these underground criminal organizations. Instead, you see just a lot of very open advertising, in part because they know that there are so many people who are desperate to get to the United States, and a lot of people may have left their home country and gotten as far as Mexico and then realized they can't do the rest of the journey. So we see a lot of these ads. And now it's not new for them to be using social media, but we do understand from experts who've been monitoring this for some time that they're using it more. And how this changes the game is that smugglers used to operate maybe from one region or town. They would be responsible for getting people from one small town, say in Guatemala, to the U.S. Now, with social media, you might not know the person you're hiring. Rather than relying on someone who you knew had brought a family member or a community member safely to the United States, you're now basically hiring a stranger that really doesn't have to rely on their reputation at all. And so things can go bad and go very dangerously from there.
Julia, how aware of this is the Biden administration? Are they doing anything about it?
They have acknowledged it before, and they actually are trying to kind of play on the same platform and beat them at their own game by trying to spread their own messages on Facebook. Not only have they taken out radio and TV ads in Central America, they are pushing messages on Facebook telling immigrants this is not the time to come, and trying to combat some of the messages that they're seeing from smugglers who are telling immigrants now is the time to get into the United States. But of course, we know a lot of times misinformation spreads much more quickly on social media, and so it's hard just to combat the sheer volume of these ads and false messages.
And Julia, how is Facebook reacting to this?
Well, it's interesting. They took down all of the posts that we flagged. It does violate their policies, and so if it's identified to them, they have a team that very quickly deletes it. But that doesn't change the trend. Just because NBC identified about 35 of these that we could easily find, as soon as they deleted them, more popped up. So that is their response, and it is against their terms of service. But again, it's volume. So they're really just playing whack-a-mole at this point, Joe.
All right. Julia AINSLEY, thank you so much for that report.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.